Hey friends, how you guys doing? It's your girl Nott with a chit chat with Nott. Now, I've tried this in many different ways. I've tried to be over prepared. I've tried to make sure my lighting is right. I've done all the things, but I have to be honest with you. I have to do it my way. Everyone has advice, and I appreciate them. I do. I appreciate all of you. But I was called to be authentic and being my authentic self. So I'm sorry that may not always be the way that other people think it's going to be. I hope I don't flub over my words, and I just did. I hope my lighting is right. I hope the music is loud enough. My grandkids aren't too loud. I hope all these things. But if by chance it's not, sorry. Um, but how y'all doing? I've been gone a while. I just celebrated my 1 year anniversary. My husband and I went to St. Thomas, and it was beautiful. The weather was absolutely phenomenal. Because of the season, we didn't. There wasn't a lot of people there, which I appreciate. But I think going forward, we're going to hit up a place that's not a beach, so that we can have a little bit more people there, whatever. But it's cool. I enjoyed myself. He and I were able to spend some time together, laughing, talking, setting some goals, and just really being one with one another. So that was amazing. Um, I'm just so grateful for my audience. I do have some notes, so if you see me looking back and forth, that's why. I'm so grateful for my audience. I just started a new Instagram page, Chit Chat with Nott. I hope that if you see this on a different page, please go to that Instagram, because that is where I'll be posting journal prompts and different things for um, my friends, for my audience. But I'm really thankful. I was praying and God said, go bigger. So here I am. I tried to go live a couple weeks ago. My phone won't let me go live. I have no idea why. Maybe it's my phone. Maybe it's Apple's way of saying I need to get a new phone. I don't know. I'm not getting a new phone. And so I may never go live on Instagram. Maybe I'll go live on a different platform. I don't know. But if in order for me to go live means I have to buy a new phone, the girl ain't going live. That's just that on that. I was so discouraged when I was all dressed up, ready to go. And I was like, it won't work. My children were trying to help me. Najee was working with me. They were laughing at me because I was stressed out. I was so hurt. Like, why can't I go live? But I couldn't go live. There's nothing I can do about it. So I won't be going live unless something happens. I ain't going live. I was going to do like a Q&A session on my live, so I'm going to answer a few of those questions now. One question was what kind of makeup I wear. Y'all funny. I know nothing about makeup. Everything I know about makeup I learned from my daughters. I wear NYX or LA Girl concealer. I do like Hourglass foundation. I do like that. And then there's this blush I like called Pinkasm. But beyond that, I don't know how to put it on correctly. I like e.l.f. Primer when I use a primer, but this morning I couldn't find my primer, so I didn't wear a primer, and then I didn't like how my face looked, but I was running late for church, so I didn't have on a primer. So thank you for wanting me to put on my makeup, but y'all lying. But I do appreciate it. Maybe I'll do a makeup tutorial one day. Excuse me, I want to get something to put my camera up. Maybe I'll do like a little makeup, get ready with me for makeup. But don't come for me if I do, because it ain't going to be perfect. It's not going to be great. It's going to be how I do makeup, and that's just going to have to be enough. If this video cuts off anytime, go to my YouTube channel, which is also Chit Chat with Nott, and that's where all my videos will be housed. Even if I take them off Instagram, they'll stay on YouTube. So you hear my baby in there? Okay, that was one of the questions. Let me see some of the other questions that I had. Where do I work? I've been an executive assistant forever. And I resigned from my position at the nonprofit and went full-time with my virtual operations management company called Encourage Consulting, where I work with entrepreneurs to help streamline their processes, and do some administrative work, vendor management, engagement management, stakeholder management. So that's what I do for a living, as well as my Chit Chat with Nott. In this space, I do one-on-one coaching, gratitude, but for the bulk of my income or My work is a virtual operations manager. I started as a virtual assistant, but I had to be honest. That's my baby. It's okay. I had to be honest. I was burnt out from the assistant space in the traditional sense, so that's what gave me the courage and the confidence to pivot to virtual operations management, which is what I really enjoy. I really want to be a chief of staff, and at some point I may go back into industry to be a chief of staff. Be praying for me, but that's what I do. So if you have any clients or people that you know, entrepreneurs who are in need of back office operations, holla at your girl. Let's see. What's another question? What have my granddaughters been up to? They are Nomi and Novi. They're thriving. They are now just over 5 months. They are scooting. Just the joy of my existence. As I've shared with you, as a teen mom and single mom, it was always, I was in the thick of it. I was struggling. I was trying to raise my kids. I felt like I was in survival mode. But God gave me them to see the joy. So Nadea and Najee were my pride. Nomi and Novi are my joy. They really give me an opportunity. And they look like my kids. They look like Nadia and Najee. So it's a win-win because I get to enjoy them and assist with raising them. My daughter is a phenomenal mother, so I don't have to do anything. But it's such a joy to be able to work together. Nadia is back in town, so she helps. And then when the boys are here, they help. Junior just had homecoming last night, so we were able to take the girls over to see him. But then when Camden is here, he's getting his footing with the girls as well. So it's just such a blessing to enjoy these girls with my husband. Keenan and we are just wrapped up in all things Nomi and Novi. So that's what's up with the girls. I think Novi will be crawling soon, both of them, but Novi will probably go first because Novi does whatever Novi wants to do. And Nomi's just here to love the world. She's just a big ball of joy and smiles. Let's see, a couple more questions. Do I journal every day? I do. I don't always journal for an expanded amount of time, but I'm writing something every day. I'll post a journal prompt today so that you can have a journal prompt. Bible verses that can help with self-confidence. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. In Jeremiah 29:11, which is, for I know the plans I have for you. Those are just snippets of both of those verses. Both of those passages. All right. So one thing I always want to discuss is gratitude. You know, being grateful is such a central part of my life. I'm a pretty positive, upbeat person. I probably have more energy than most people. But I am very grateful for how God has shaped my life, how he has made it make sense to me. I questioned so much of why my life was what it was, but God has continued to remind me the gift of the life that he has provided me, even in the hard times. Last night we celebrated a close friend. He's like a brother to me, his birthday, and when he has parties, it brings many of us from back home from Springfield together. So I had to thank him on his birthday. I had to thank him for using his birthday as an opportunity for us to get together. It's like a little family reunion, and I really am grateful for that. I believe that's his purpose, to really bring people together that otherwise may not get a chance to spend time together. And I'm grateful for just how we can come together as a family and really enjoy one another. My gratitude has helped me shape who I am spiritually and emotionally. When I was coming out of my job, I was even grateful for that. It was hard. I had a lot of challenges in that role, primarily because I don't believe I was perfectly positioned for that role. It was an executive assistant role, but it became difficult to do based on where God had placed me and where the job was trying to keep me, if that makes sense. So I really appreciate that time because I was able to. Now, Novi, know me. They just gonna be loud. But I really appreciate how God allowed me to even see in that I was operating outside of what God had for me in that season of my life. He had already pulled me from the workforce. I went back primarily because I wanted to work with this person, and it just didn't work out for me. No shade, just didn't work. And so it set me up though when I came out this time. I was able to see my entrepreneurship journey differently, and I was able to operate in it in a different way. If that makes sense. So yes, I really appreciate that. Um, and then, my husband and I was talking this morning about a friend of mine. Her name is Corey, and many of you who follow me may know her. She's had many challenges with her health and her body, many surgeries. Um, and my God, she is always so grateful, so gracious, so kind, and has joy. And when I was praying this morning, when she came to mind, I immediately began to pray for her. And of course, for her healing, complete healing. And I pray with her all the time, in addition to for her. But I also just began to reflect on how, you know, I remember when she used to scrub her floors on her hands and knees. She had a small kitchen, and she was always cleaning. And I would scrub my floor on my hands and knees, and it hurt. But I reflected that Corey can't do that anymore, and it reminded me not to reflect on the hardship of that, but be grateful that I can. And I really thank Corey for that. I'm going to have her on a chit chat with Nott soon, just so that she can share her own testimony. But it's a reminder for me, and I hope for all of you, to know that it doesn't have to be some wild story or someone so far removed to know that we should be grateful for what we can do. But my friend, if she could, she'd run a marathon, and she can't. So I won't run that for her. And I mean that. She is always so grateful and just always so kind. And she's always sharing how much I do for her. And I'm thinking, girl, no, no. She encourages me. I do it for you, Corey. I really do. I really admire your strength. I don't want to cry because I have a book club to go to and I got on makeup, but I really admire her strength, and I admire her joy, and I admire her gratitude. I admire her um, steadfastness, period. I admire her commitment to follow Christ and not blame him and not question Christ. I would. I'd be very upset, but she's not. She enjoys her family. She enjoys her life. And Corey, I salute you. I honor you, and I will continue to pray for and with you, so that you know that he hasn't forgotten about you, which I know you know. But she's a true testament of faith and strength. I look forward to when you all get to meet her on my platform, so that you can see her for yourself. She's just great. Just like, girl, just great. I'm excited about going deeper and bigger. God has called me to go bigger. That means I got to stop playing. I said I'm going to write a book. I'm going to finish my book. I said I'm going to have a journal. I'm going to have a journal soon. I said I'm going to be on this chit chat with Not regularly. I am claiming that I will have endorsements. I will have I will influence people. I will get paid off of chit chat with Not. This chit chats with Not will not only help others, but it will also help my family thrive financially, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I'm excited about that. And I declare that, and I believe God. God has set me apart and made it clear what His purpose for my life is for Him. His presence has been undeniable. I'm sorry, y'all. My grandbabies are not going to let me have this without them, and that's okay, because this is real life here. So this is my real raw, and me and Novi are part of my real raw. But anyway, his presence has been undeniable in raising my children, in my marriage, and now being a parent of 4 children. In the relationships I have with those children's mothers, I pray for them every day. My relationship with my daughters, my relationship with my daughter's children, and I just pray that I'm able to touch someone so they know that God is real. There was a lady behind me who her birthday was today, and I've had this gift card in my purse for so long, and I gave it to her today, not because I wanted any applause. I don't even know her name, don't much care, but happy birthday. I want to be a blessing to people, and I challenge you all to do the same. Um, God has a unique path and purpose for each person, and He moves in our lives the way that He needs to for His glory. And I challenge you all to heed to His instruction and move forward and do the work that God has for you. Yes. So let me see. Let me look at my notes. Don't forget to go back in my last chit chats. I'm going to put them on my new page. I gotta figure it out how. I'm sure there's someone out there smarter than me is going to contact me and tell me how to do it, because you're the bomb. I can't wait to talk to you so I can know how to do that. But they are on my YouTube channel, so don't forget to go to my YouTube. But in all things, your authenticity, embracing who you truly are and without apology, your faith, trusting God's timing and plans when they don't even align with your own. And confidence, finding the strength in knowing that you are perfectly created for the life you are meant to live. I'm going to repeat that for you. Your authenticity is embracing who you truly are without apology. Live unapologetically. This lip liner looks a mess, but I'm going to unapologetically wear it because I put it on this morning and hundreds of people have seen me in it and I'm just not seeing it. So guess what? We're going to wear this lip liner like it is. Faith, trusting God's timing and plans, even when they don't align with your own. I raised my 2 children at a time when I didn't think I was ready, and I wasn't. I was far too young. But that was the charge I was given based on the decisions I made. So that's where I'm at. I got married, and 2 weeks later, my daughter told me she was pregnant, and she lived in our home, and she was pregnant with twins. So she's here, and the blessing is I get to see my grandchildren every day, and I get to help my daughter be the best mother that she can be. And confidence, and that's finding the strength in knowing you are perfectly created for the life you are meant to live. Nobody can do Nadia like I can do Nadia, and nobody can do you like you do you. Run your race, live your life unapologetically. I had a hard time figuring out why all of this was all of this. And then God said, wait for me. And when I heeded to His instructions, I was able to see why I am who I am and how I'm supposed to be in the space that I'm in. So please don't neglect who you are, what you are, and what you're supposed to be doing based on how you may feel. You were perfectly formed, and this is your time. Let's see. I think that's just about all I have for today. I encourage you all to, of course, continue to journal, continue to read your word. Find those warrior scriptures that work for you. And if you don't know what those are, I'll help you find them. I don't know what they are either, but I can help you. Live your life authentically. Have faith in God. Have the confidence to do the hard stuff, because we are built to do hard things. God has a unique purpose for all of us. Don't be afraid to tap into that. And remember that even in the hard season, God has a plan for setting all of us apart. Embrace joy, embrace gratitude, and trust that your own personal story and your journey is just yours. And share it. Somebody wants to hear it. And like always, subscribe to my page, like, follow, and love yourself and give yourself the grace to be exactly who you are designed to be. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys today, and we'll chat soon. Bye-bye.